and talented valedictorian, Nandana Praveen. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to those who are able to come here today to witness the class of 2025's graduation. I want to start off by saying thank you to my parents, my brother, my friends, staff members, and of course, the class of 2025 who sits here today. Choosing what message to share wasn't easy. How do you put 4 years into just a few minutes? But I figured it was worth sharing our story, the highs, the lows, and the moments that made us who we truly are. These past 4 years have been hard, stressful, and unforgettable, and all that effort has finally brought us here today. However, this isn't the end, it's simply the start of a brand new chapter. It all started with freshman year, a whole new feeling, the start of attending football games, getting excited for Spirit Week, and having a little more freedom. Back then, everything felt defining. Every test, every weekend plan, every inside joke in the hallway. We didn't realize we were living in the moments we'd missed the most. It wasn't perfect, but it was ours, and we'll never get those days back exactly as they were. Then, sophomore year arrived, and just like that, we found ourselves trying to fit into the perfect standard of high school we thought we were supposed to be. The masks finally came off, and everything felt different. We started seeing people for who they really were in more ways than one. It was also the year we got introduced to some real academic pressure. The late nights, early mornings, and the classic, I'll just take a quick nap, which somehow lasted a few hours. But between the chaos, real friendships started to form, the kind that made the hard days easier and the good ones even better. Then came junior year, the one we would all love to forget. It was a year when everything suddenly started to matter. The questions came at us fast. Where are you applying? And of course, the annoying, what were your ACT and SAT scores? Questions that felt heavier than the answers we had to give. Some of us found ourselves learning more from TikTok creators than we did from our actual textbooks, and honestly, it worked. It was a strange in-between, feeling done with high school, yet not quite ready to face what comes after. Finally, senior year, our year, the year which I'm sure most of us searched up how many absences before you can't graduate. It was also the year we got introduced to finally winning our assemblies, and yes, it was well-deserved. Each day suddenly started to feel like the end of something special. The last home game, the last Spirit Week, and the last dance, and the last time we walked through these halls like it was just another day. Even today doesn't feel real because it's one of those moments you know you'll remember forever. This school wasn't just a place where we studied and took tests. It was where we founded our identity and where we met the people who changed us. It was where we made mistakes and where we learned from them. To all of our teachers, thank you for believing in us. You saw potential even when we handed in essays that started with "according to Wikipedia." Not only that, but you supported all our dreams, no matter how big or small. You didn't just teach us values, you taught us subjects that we'll carry on forever. However, as we finally walk out of here for the last time, let's be confident. Wherever you end up going and whatever you end up doing will form the next chapter of your life. And spoiler alert, it might not go according to your plan, but that's okay. You might switch majors a few times or even move to a city you swore you never would live in. However, that's part of life. I like to think of it as, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway. So take the leap. Even if you can't see exactly where you'll land yet, trust yourself. The same person who's come this far will find a way forward. The future may be uncertain, but every step you take is a chance to grow, to learn, and to be the person you're meant to be. And when you doubt yourself, just remember, you're the same kid who thought due at 11:59 meant start at 11:50, yet here you are in a cap and gown. And before we close this chapter, I want to leave you with something that's always stuck with me, a quote from the GOAT himself, LeBron James. Commitment is a big part of what I am and what I believe. Are you committed or are you not? Thank you, and let's give a huge round of applause to this year's class of 2025.